I think NATO was formed to form an alliance of the transatlantic community against any foreign oppressors, and I think China was one of those. I think that primarily it's been focused on the Soviet Union and now Russia, but now we know Chairman Xi is aligned with Putin and what Russia's doing in Ukraine. They're also threatening the Pacific. So I talk about our adversaries, being Putin, Chairman Xi, the Ayatollah, and Kim Jong-un, all in this unholy alliance together, and they are the biggest threat. As I look at the two hot wars and the one hot zone in the Pacific, what worries me, what keeps me up at night is World War III, and NATO can stop that.
I think it's important for all of the democratic governments, NATO being a part of it, and of course our allies in the Indo-Pacific, where we share the same rules and the same values, working collectively together. I think that we should make sure, just as we want to do in Europe, so you don't have any nation that is using coercion or other things to undo the diplomatic systems and putting ill on people. We should be doing the same thing in the Indo-Pacific. And so having the Indo-Pacific and NATO here together, celebrating 75 years of NATO, just shows the unity of governments that have the same values, that will stand up with one another and will not let a dictatorial or authoritarian government come and overwhelm them and their values, and so that their people can continue to move as free people.
NATO, generally speaking, is an alliance against the Soviet Union or the former Soviet Union. I'm sure they're concerned about China's involvement. We all are. It would be obviously better served for the world if China stayed on its own side of the planet and worked on more freedoms for its citizens, but it's chosen to get involved in that.
Would you like to see sanctions imposed by European countries on China's financial or export sectors for their support?
I think China needs to be held accountable for multiple infractions to generally freedom and civilization. It includes sanctions, in Western and European countries think that's the appropriate action, then they should consider that.
We are a strong alliance. We are a big alliance. Collectively, we represent over 1 billion of the people in this world. There are 32 countries that are a part of it. So what we're doing is showing strength through our unity, showing strength through our dedication to peace and freedom and democracy. The NATO documents in the last couple of years have been very clear that it views China as a competitor, and that there are deep concerns that the NATO countries have about some of China's actions. Well, I'm not going to speak broadly about sanctions. What I will say is sanctions can be a very powerful tool if they're used precisely and if they're used in a multilateral way. So making sure we're conferring with our allies and we're addressing issues of mutual concern.